Fox 5 News at 10.
Right now, University going dancing for the second time ever, and they're not the only team celebrating tonight. We're all over Selection Sunday.
All systems go for the Space Shuttle Discovery. Right now, it is on the way to the International Space Station on board a local astronaut. Tonight, you're going to hear from his dad. But we're going to begin with a plane crash landing in a Maryland neighborhood just a few feet from nearby homes. Amazingly, the pilot got out and walked away. Neighbors have already dubbed today's incident the Miracle on Mallory Place. Thank you for joining us. I'm Maureen Ume.
I'm Will Thomas. Witnesses believe it truly was a miracle that no one was seriously hurt. But they do believe the crash is part of a bigger problem out there. The plane went down early this afternoon in Gaithersburg, just moments after takeoff. Fox 5's Robbie Chavez is just back from the neighborhood and joins us live from the newsroom. Robbie?
Well, the pilot received only minor injuries. There was no fire, and the pilot managed to miss homes and land the plane away from a busy road. Tonight, residents are wondering why no one listened when they sounded a warning for the last year.
I looked out through the window and you could see the plane coming through the tree.
The plane crash-landed in the middle of the street, just feet away from David Kitzmiller's home. Neighbors are calling this the Miracle on Mallory Place.
All you could hear was a loud crash where it was breaking the tree limbs off. And I hollered at my wife to call 911 and ran out the door to see if the pilot was okay.
Officials say the pilot reported problems shortly after takeoff from the Montgomery County Airpark and tried to return.
When I was sitting in my kitchen, I heard an airplane sounded not right, up and down pitch of the engine. I stepped on my deck to see if I could see it, and I heard an explosion.
That sound was a crash, but remarkably, the plane remained relatively intact, except for a broken tail. A parked truck on the ground was also slightly damaged. The Cirrus SR-22 actually landed with the help of this huge parachute. One witness talked to the pilot right after the crash.
He was losing altitude. He couldn't get up, and I think he said he went into a spin, and he didn't think he was going to be able to get back to the airport, and he just pulled the parachute cord, and everything happened. He landed, he walked away from it.
The airpark is less than a quarter mile away from this densely populated neighborhood. As investigators hauled away the pieces, residents say they have been sounding the warning about dangerous flight patterns.
It was going to happen. We've been telling the airpark officials for over a year now that it's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's a question of when it's going to happen. It proves our point that the current situation is a very dangerous situation.
For many, this was way too close for comfort.
Close. Too close for comfort. That's close.
Pretty amazing scene there. Now, residents say the last time a study on flight patterns for the Montgomery County Airpark was conducted was way back in 1991. They say the population has more than doubled in that area and planes should be directed away from the homes. We were not able to reach anyone from the airport for a comment, Will.
Truly amazing outcome. Robbie Chavez live in the newsroom tonight. Let's show you how that parachute system works. Take a look at this computer simulation. It shows the same model of plane that went down in the neighborhood there in Gaithersburg. You can see when the parachute is deployed, it slowly lowers the entire aircraft slowly to ground.